anything. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel.
No.
If you just watched that, I was like,
that's perfect.
How do you start a video? I'm like looking at both. Like, you don't even have to pay attention to mine. I just want to record it so that we have
No, because this one's gonna die. It's probably dead already.
No, it makes like a noise, like a shutter sound. I think.
Okay, so we might know.
I actually don't. You and me are gonna be like, oh, this is definitely Brianna's room.
Oh yeah.
No, nobody lives at home anymore.
Yeah, we're in our little sister Brianna's room. Just because I was in town today for my doctor's appointment.
I had the day off. So.
And so it just worked out for us to make
I had to do laundry, so.
So basically, if you guys didn't know, me and Gina are pregnant. Both of us together. And we're...
I think the drastics of it, though, like 20 days apart.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
So we have two
separate babies. Two separate babies.
2 different sacks, 2 different babies, 2 different heartbeats.
Oh, also 2 different baby daddies. Somebody actually thought... Somebody, when I was at work, I was talking.
Ask Kyle.
They were like, oh, wow, he gets around. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like,
wait,
no,
what?
You're wrong.
No, that is not the case.
No, not for us.
I'm very glad that you pointed that out, though, because I'm sure it was a question.
Probably. Everybody's asking me.
Okay, so basically Gina's 14 weeks and 2 days, and I'm 17 weeks and 1 day. So we're exactly 20 days apart. I'm due January 2nd, 2020, and she's due...
January 22nd, but I think it's going to come on, like, the 27th or the 28th.
Really?
Because...
That's my birthday, the 28th.
Yeah, and Hector, like him, his mom, almost all of his family is the 27th.
Really?
27th of different months, obviously, but yeah, and I'm like, 22nd? This baby's going to stick around for a few more days.
But it could be 10th.
Oh, if it stays in there for that long, I'm going to be pissed.
No, January 10th.
Oh, if it comes out like
yeah, it could come early.
Yeah,
she could come.
true.
She or he. We don't know if it's a
I don't
boy
know
or girl.
yet. I'll know in a couple days, though.
But we do know that I'm having a girl from the blood test. So Gina will know in a couple of days. We're super excited.
We're super nervous.
I think it's a girl, but I thought that I was having a boy, so I don't know.
A lot of people tell me they think it's a girl.
Everybody thought I was having a boy, and I really thought I was having a boy too. So I guess we'll see.
Who knows? I really can't. Like, I don't have any intuition. Like, oh, I think it's this.
Yeah, I did.
I've had a lot of dreams where it's a boy, but I don't know.
I, like, from the bottom of my soul thought that I was having a boy. And then I found out that I was having a girl, and I was in shock.
I think you could tell, like, when, like, we did your reveal, when we did, like, the cannons. I think you could tell, because you were like, wait, what? Are you sure?
I know.
Wait, no, that's not
that
true.
video.
I know, but still, you were like, wait a second.
Yeah, I was skeptical. And that was actually one of the first things Kyle said, too, is it could be a boy. And I was like, no, it's a girl. Let's not even think about it. It's a girl.
Yeah.
Blood tests are like 99.999% accurate. So it's a girl.
I think that's why I'm so nervous, because, like, once I know, it's like, that's what it is.
Yeah, there's nothing.
She did tell us, like, when I was at my appointment, 2 days ago, she was like, oh, well, we can look and try to see if we can figure out what it is. And I was like, no, sorry, no, I don't want to know.
The part.
Yeah, and that's what Hector was like, oh, maybe she saw it. And I was like,
you guys didn't notice if there was one?
Well, I mean, I could barely read them anyways. I could barely tell what's going on when she moves it around and she has to explain it to me. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I can see why that's a hand. Okay.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
Fingers. That's so true. That's one thing that she said to me at my appointment today, too. She's like, I don't really know sometimes what I'm looking at. I'm like, I don't know how you ever know.
Yeah, because it's really difficult to look at those things and understand what's going on.
Yeah.
But, like, every time I get them, I'm like, that's my baby.
Like, yeah. Brianna said that my baby looked like Lord Voldemort today, so.
Oh my god.
But she does have a nose from a different angle, so we're good. Everything's good.
If my baby's gonna be anything like me, it's gonna have a fucking nose. It's gonna have a big ass nose.
That's so true. Okay, so my first question to you is, what made you take a test?
You want me to answer first? You want to go first?
Yeah, what made you take a test?
Well, because you were pregnant first, so
yeah.
For me, I feel like I didn't think it was a big deal. I thought maybe for a few days I was pregnant, but like somebody I had known made a joke about it, but they didn't say like, oh, maybe you're pregnant. They were like, well, you look pregnant, and I was like super butthurt about it. I was like, how dare you?
Yeah.
And then also I think like for me, I've always wanted to have a baby,
Right.
and my biggest fear was like not being able to conceive a child, like
Right.
to have a baby. So I texted Brianna, I think I like took pictures of myself at work the day that I took it, not knowing but like thinking maybe.
Yeah.
And like I like was like, you know, whatever. And then I texted Brianna, I was like, I'm gonna go get the pregnancy test, like obviously just like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got it, and when I peed on it and it was doubled, I was like, oh wait, this is real, like what's going on?
Yeah. And then what'd you do?
Well, I just FaceTimed Hector. I told him, and then I FaceTimed you, and I told you.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't tell Brianna yet. I think I FaceTimed her, and then I told her.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
And what did Brianna say?
Honestly, I don't remember. Like,
She's probably like, oh.
I don't remember her reaction as much as I remember yours, because I feel like you and me were always like closer. So,
Mm-hmm.
and also you're pregnant too, so I was kind of like, I need to call Ashley for one, advice. Two,
Yeah.
she's already going through it, so she knows what to do.
I was not
I
expecting.
did not know what to do. I was like, do I go to a doctor? Like,
Yeah.
what do I do? Like, who do I
do I
go
call?
to? Am I supposed to be taking medicine like now? Like vitamins?
Yeah.
So.
Right. Yeah, I was pretty shocked when you called me. I know, I literally got down on the floor. Because did you know that or no?
No,
I know I
don't
started
think I
talking on
noticed that first.
FaceTime, but I was like walking and you said that and I was like, what? And then I like got on my knees like, and I was just like, what? Like freaking out, and I didn't know what to do or say. It was like, I was like shocked.
Well, I think everybody in the whole family was shocked. Everybody was like,
I knew
what?
for sure you weren't joking. Like,
Yeah.
and that's what. And I think if you know, like in any other circumstance, like if I wasn't pregnant, I would be like, no, you're not. Like,
Yeah.
I would be like, no, you're not. And
Well, I think no, you didn't even ask me if I'm sure or anything. I just showed
because
you
I
the
didn't
test.
think you were kidding.
I just was like,
I
oh
just
my God.
immediately believed
Yeah.
you because I was like, there's no way. Like she's
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it makes it funnier that you thought I was calling you to tell you that, like, Hector and I broke up or something dumb. Like,
yeah, I definitely, the way that she was reacting, I thought that she was going to tell me that she broke up with her boyfriend.
well, because I was so moody within the week prior to finding out. Because I was already, I was 3 weeks when I found out. So.
No, you were 5.
Oh, shit. You were. Wait,
I was 3 weeks when
you
I
were
found
3
out.
weeks and I was
You
5.
were 5.
I was, okay, so I was a little bit into it, not knowing I was.
So, like, for, like, you were
Yeah.
basically pregnant for, like,
I was-
a week or 2.
I was pregnant for like a whole month and I didn't know.
Yeah. But technically the first 2 weeks
I know, I know, but
yeah.
still, like
by the time you found out, it was like, your first month is over.
well, yeah, because, and also, like I said, I was acting so moody and so strange that whole month that Hector and I kept fighting, and I was just like fighting with him for no reason, just arguing with him for like dumb stuff. Like, even just me missing him, I'd be like, I miss you, and he'd be like, okay, like, I miss you too, and I'd be like, no, you don't get it, like, I miss you so much. Like,
Just so emotional.
but it makes so much more sense now that I think about it, because I remember we had a really big fight, and then obviously it makes sense of why you guys thought like that. So that's just so funny to me.
Yeah, it
I
is
love that.
really funny. I think that's what threw everybody off guard even more so.
I love that. Like, that makes me so happy. Because like, when I told you guys, I was like, they're going to know immediately. Like, everyone's going to be able to tell.
Yeah.
Next day, right? The day after I took the test. And
It was the next day.
Yeah, we went. You came over.
You wanted to wait like so many days, and I was like, oh my God.
Well, I wanted to wait because a big reason was Hector kept saying, like I said, he didn't really believe it. He was like, kind of.
Let's wait.
Yeah, he was more like, I want a doctor to tell me, 1, that it's healthy, 2, that it's an actual baby. And I'm like, the pregnancy test kind of says that.
Yeah.
But like,
just for that confirmation.
he really wanted to wait to tell anybody, and I was like, I'm gonna tell my family right away. That way they know. I mean, anything can happen.
It's better to do together.
Yeah, and then you came over and we made the stuff. We made like the little
card.
That's it. What did it say? Cousins due January 2020.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And that like threw my mom for a loop. She was like,
oh my God.
Because
if I had waited until I had like an ultrasound or anything like that, like, I feel like it would have been a better like surprise. Like, but like, I did everything.
Same with me.
I did everything like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I don't care because I need everybody to know because I can't keep a secret. So
it's really hard to keep that big of a secret too, especially when you see like these people every single day.
Especially when your body is going through the changes that we're going through. Because I'm very emotional, and if I look at Mom without her knowing, I'm gonna start crying.
But also like, our family, we know when something's off or when something's weird. It's like, okay, well, why are you acting like that or whatever? Why do you feel like that? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like we're all always in each other's business.
If you started like throwing up and all this stuff, it'd be like, it'd be like, what the hell? Gina's obviously pregnant. That would be like the first thing we thought.
Well, yeah, because now you never really throw up and I never really throw up. So.
Yeah, and that like just can like lead us into our next like symptoms that we were having.
Yeah, I went from not really throwing up like ever to throwing up every single morning, no matter what I did.
Yeah.
I
didn't. I only threw up twice. I dry heaved a lot and I had nausea like every single day. Like that's another thing. It's like people say like, oh, like nausea is like a common symptom. But for me, I was like, do I have nausea? Do I not have nausea? Like I felt like since I'm not throwing up, like can I say I have nausea? But
I was like
you do like
24/7.
Yeah,
all the time. Like anytime I stand up, even now, I'm in the second trimester now, but when I would stand up, it would feel like I have to grab something at all times. Like I just feel like my whole body just is going through a completely different phase.
Yeah, that happens to me too still. The scariest time for me was when I was taking a shower.
Yeah. And
I was like just about 6 weeks, but like a little bit less. And I was taking a shower and I felt like lightheaded and I turned off the water and I like stood there for a second and I was like, okay, like you need to finish, because I had purple shampoo in my hair. And if you're blonde and you know like what happens if you leave purple shampoo in your hair for too long, it literally like turns purple and like gray. So I was like freaking out because I had purple shampoo in my hair, but I was at the point where I didn't even care. So after I turned the water back on, I had to turn it off. I literally crawled out of the shower. I was like shaking. I was pale. I was going to be sick. I didn't know if I wanted to throw up. I don't know what.
So crazy that happened to you. Let me settle.
So when I found out I was 3 weeks, I was so early because me and Kyle were trying, and we had like kind of a rocky road trying. I keep looking over there.
Ice cream.
Keep looking over here.
Rocky road. It's okay.
Stop.
You could just explain that there's. I can't help it. You could just explain that there's 2 cameras.
Yeah, there's 2 cameras. So anyway, yeah. So I was trying. Me and Kyle were together. Not just a one-man show.
Just by herself.
And so I literally woke up that day and I felt off. I was like sneezing a lot, which sounds really like unrelated, but till this day I sneeze like an insane amount of times. I don't know why. It's been like my #1 pregnancy symptom.
Probably because Mom.
I don't know. It's so weird. But Kyle kept telling me like, you have allergies, and I'm like, no, it's not.
It's deeper than that.
I felt like I had an ear infection. It was so strange. The way I was feeling was so strange. And it wasn't like anything down here. It was just like a overall, like, I feel weird. It's like just to literally include them in this video, because they're all like stuff that we felt. So we started experiencing food aversions and nausea right when the baby's heart supposedly started beating. Yeah, it was like on cue,
which was pretty quick. We found out.
It was like 5 weeks and 3 days, I think, is like when the heart starts beating.
Which is immediately when I found out. I found out at 5 weeks.
You found out 5 weeks, so like 3 days later, it was like you started being sick.
Yep.
Lightheaded / dizziness, which we still experience. I experienced spotting. I had times where I was spotting like a brown. I had times where I was spotting like a pink. And sometimes it was related to walking. It could mean something, it could not mean something. You totally never know.
Yeah,
even if you take the Doppler and you find the heartbeat and it makes you reassure, there's always something. Maybe you should
explain what that is, because I didn't know what a Doppler was until you literally brought it over and used it on me.
Well,
there's like, the fuck is that?
Basically, a Doppler is like a little machine, and it has like a cord.
It's basically an at-home ultrasound. You can't see it, but you can hear it.
Yeah, and you hear the heartbeat, and so you can go around it around 10 weeks. I think is when you can start.
That's when you did mine, I think.
Yeah, and Gina doesn't have. Well, technically, I haven't been diagnosed with an anterior placenta, but she did say that it looked like it's in front and like cushioning and whatever.
Yeah.
I think as my belly grows, it's gonna just go up. Yeah. But anyways, it was a little bit harder for me to find. It was super easy for us to find yours.
Yeah.
I like put it there and the heart's beating and like that was that. But so,
Yes.
like for me, it would be like my own heartbeat. It would be like the placenta pumping blood, and that's what I would hear. And then I would go around and then I'd find the heartbeat. But even if you find the heartbeat, there's always something that's the scariest part. Is like there's so many things that could go wrong that.
But you have to
never
wait.
know.
Like, you have to wait so many weeks in between appointments.
And you have to trust.
So, yeah, so you're like, I mean, at least I know for me, like, I have a really, really bad problem with overthinking.
I'm feeling good, but that's suspicious. Why am I feeling good?
Yes.
Like, and then you're feeling crappy. Oh my God, I'm feeling crappy. Is something wrong?
Yes.
Like
every
okay,
day
it's
it was,
been-
okay, what's going on? Like, is the baby okay? Like, constantly thinking, like, oh my gosh, something's wrong all the time. And
it never ended.
But it's hard
stress.
because then everybody feels like they have the right to be like, you're stressing your baby out, or don't do that because the baby. And you're just like, please don't tell me because I'm going through it. Like, even if somebody already went through it, like, every single person in the world has a different pregnancy. I don't know anybody that's had a pregnancy like mine already, because when I talk to people, like, even at my job or whatever,
they're
like,
no.
They're like, no, I didn't go through that. Like, almost everybody that I know hasn't really gone through what I've gone through, or like,
same. Like, I did so much research about being pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
For my whole life, was always like, I'm gonna be a mom. I can't wait to be a mom. Pregnancy this, pregnancy that. YouTube, like, finding out everything I possibly could, asking people, oh my God, you're pregnant? Like, I want to know what happened and how did it happen and everything. So I felt like I had so much knowledge and experience.
I feel like, I don't know if it's now that I'm in the second trimester, or if it's just,
it was for me, like 13, 14 weeks, I was like, I feel like, I'm starting to feel like a human again.
You're right, I think it probably is.
And now that I'm 17 weeks, I'm like, shit, like, all I do is, like, I feel fatigue for sure. I feel exhaustion, shortness of breath, frequent urination, headaches, vivid dreams.
We'll be watching, because we started watching Shameless. Every 5 minutes he has to pause it, and I get up and I go pee. Like,
I know.
it is so annoying.
Well, it is really...
We run out of, like, that was the quickest we went through toilet paper rolls in my life.
Seriously. And you know what? For me, I think it's, as annoying as it is...
Hate it.
As annoying as that is, I would take that over what I had in the first trimester any day.
Every single night, I have a dream that feels so real. Like, I literally could pitch myself in the dream and be like, you're dreaming, and I still would be like, no, I'm awake.
Yeah.
I'm wide awake, and this is
yawning
real.
just thinking about sleep, because I literally don't get to sleep comfortably. My first trimester, I was able to sleep on my stomach. I can't do that anymore, really. So it's not comfortable. But
even with the pregnancy pillow, it actually helps a lot with, like, well, because I'm on my feet at work all the time, I'll put, like, I'll fold the pregnancy pillow, and then I'll just elevate, like, my legs.
Oh, smart.
And I will fall right asleep. Like, but I have to be on my back.
They
on my
say
side.
it's really smart or good to elevate your legs. So overall, we're both grateful as heck to be out of the first trimester into the second.
Yes.
And feeling so much better.
Yeah, I feel a lot safer with a lot of stuff too.
Yeah, and we see, like how Gina was mentioning earlier, how it became like most real to you when you saw your baby wiggling around and squirming and flipping around, and they're doing like little acrobatics in there.
because like one ultrasound, it's just like a tiny little bean, and then like the next one, it's like, oh, well, there's like the head and there's the legs.
Yeah.
And then the next ultrasound, it's literally, well, I don't know about everybody, but my baby was moving like crazy, waving its arms and kicking its legs.
I
and
know.
Like,
Mine
not
was
like
too.
I can feel it as much as I'm looking at it. Holy crap! Like, my baby is alive and moving. Like,
Hi. This is Salem.
but it was more so when I saw it wiggling around that I was like, oh my gosh, like, I'm gonna have a baby, a full-blown baby of my own. Like, this is really happening. So, what do you want?
We're taking video.
Of what?
Ourselves.
First trimester.
Yeah. That's why we need to borrow your camera. How's your trip?
How the hell am I gonna get over there?
You're not.
Trip sucked. I had to present at the National
Now
Indian
you're going
Health.
on another.
Look at the guy! Oh my gosh.
Is it
Salem!
taping?
Yeah!
Oh,
Kitty cat.
That's so funny.
the cat's going like this with the
We're
camera.
not gonna have to redo
No, we'll
this.
just,
It's fine.
we'll just cut it.
We'll just, I don't know. She better not even knock my
good.
camera over.
Oh, we definitely want to make a second trimester video.
Yeah, definitely.
And honestly, like even more videos. We really want to try and keep up with the.
Yeah, I feel bad
we
that I
talk about
haven't
it.
taken more videos. Like, it makes
Yeah.
me feel like, because I see so many videos online and I'm like crying my eyes out, like,
Yeah.
this is so sweet, this is so cute, and not even like to post or to show people, but like
Just to have.
just for myself, just for when my kid grows up. I wanted to
agree.
be able to see, like,
I agree.
this is what I look like.
And it really is early for us, so it's totally okay. There's still going to be so many more things that we can film and have and all of that stuff. So definitely, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask us, ask, because we are pretty open and comfortable talking about anything.
Yeah, leave in the comments below. Sorry, I had to
Give
say
it a big thumbs up and let us know if you have any more questions.
Yeah. Anything else?
I think we're good.
Okay.
Okay.
I can stop it, Dane.
Okay.